President Obama says the Bashar al-Assad regime cannot slaughter its way to legitimacy in Syria. The president is calling for an impartial observer force in Aleppo. The evacuation of eastern Aleppo stalled today after eruption of gunfire there. Both sides accuse the other of starting it. And while buses filled with people were able to leave the city yesterday, experts say more than 40,000 civilians remain. Correspondent John Huddy has the latest tonight from our Middle East newsroom.
They were overcome with emotion. Two men separated in eastern Aleppo were reunited. They were among the thousands who made it out alive. But just as the evacuation of other civilians this morning seemed to be gaining speed, it came to a halt. Syria's military says rebel fighters opened fire at civilian convoys leaving eastern Aleppo. Turkish officials and rebel commanders blame pro-government forces, in particular Iranian militias allied with Bashar al-Assad's regime. So far, about 8,000 civilians have been evacuated from eastern Aleppo, but thousands more remain trapped, according to various aid groups. Russian military officials said today that most rebel fighters have left eastern Aleppo.
We think that the withdrawal of armed groups from Aleppo and the end of the operation to liberate the city of all the necessary conditions for peace settlement of the conflict in Syria have been created.
Tonight, President Obama said that Syria, Russia, and Iran have blood on their hands for the slaughter of innocent civilians in Aleppo.
The world, as we speak, is united in horror at the savage assaults by the Syrian regime and its Russian and Iranian allies on the city of Aleppo.
For those who have escaped the savage assault, their future remains uncertain.
In God willing, we will return to Aleppo. The blood of the martyrs will not go to waste. The blood of the children and those who are wounded will not go to waste. The war is not over.
While the end of the battle for Aleppo has renewed calls for peace talks, it does not mean the end of the civil war, with both rebel fighters and regime forces vowing to continue fighting. And as the fight against ISIS also continues, President Obama added tonight that the situation in Syria remains one of the hardest issues he's had to deal with in his presidency. Brett.
John Huddy in our Middle East newsroom. John, thank you.